What do you want me to say? Something about your show?
I shit on myself in the womb.
Stop, Phil.
You fucking stink.
You know what? Fuck this.
Oh, because it's Hollingsworth, but it's worth less.
I don't want to hear about whatever you have to say.
The worthless of the week.
Yeah. Hey, you just gonna sit up there the whole time?
It's a fucking Phil Fox Scorpion. It's a move, man. You fucking dummy. Ugh. Then what the fuck? How is it racist? Black people.
Oh, God. Oh, shoot me now, dude. Just shoot me.
Hey,
now.
what's up, everybody? Welcome to the HollingsWorthless podcast. This will be for Wednesday, July 31st. As always, it's always nice now to be able to say that, Phil. As always, we have the co-host, the Masclot, a.k.a.?
AKA fallopian tubes, AKA can I get some fellatio, AKA Philly to the moon, Philly Fox, Fox like the animal, coming at you live. Blah, 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 blah.
And we have, it's a weird calling you a guest though, because you're almost like you're like what would be another term for you? Sean McCann's with us,
He's
family. It's weird saying just guest.
Yeah, I don't know what you call me. I'm a guest.
Founder. You're kind of like
you're part of the crew.
No, not really. I'm a friend of the show.
Okay.
Oh, I'm a friend of the show.
Okay.
That means I'm a friend of the show.
Friend of the show, Sean McCann, aka the Mechanable.
Bow, bow, bow.
And we've just spent the last 30 minutes trying to get this going because of Phil.
Some of us are out there moving and shaking, baby. We got a lot to do. We got a lot going on in our lives. And, I'm happy that I have time still to squeeze something like this into the big, big move life that I got going on, Big moves, baby, making big moves.
Oh, what are these big moves you're making?
Hey, but no, where'd that accent slowly creep in from?
So
I'm just out doing thing, and then Blade, and then
just my neighbors were talking to me. That's why I was late.
Yeah.
My fucking neighbors were like, which now I'm like paranoid if I talk too loud, thinking, because I told them I was like, to get out of it, I was like, oh, I got to go do a podcast. They're like, oh, podcast? What's that? Are you doing a podcast? What do you do this?
Do you live below Kermit the Frog?
I just, apartment people. So I was, do a little comedy, whatever. And oh, do you do comedy? Where do you do your comedy at? Have you ever heard of a comedy club before? Because sometimes people go there when they do the comedy. It's like, yeah, I've heard of a fucking comedy club. Jesus.
You're a little angry today.
You're wound up.
Yeah, you are wound up, Sean. Perfect term, Sean. What are you wound up about?
What am I wound up about?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just worked. It was a fucking 10-hour day in the hot sun, baby. Construction, living that hard life.
And I think it's kind of cool that we can announce that you have a show tonight.
Yes, and I have a show coming up on Friday too.
Okay,
I'm getting back into it.
So this is coming out tomorrow. So tomorrow, if somebody's listening to this on Wednesday, you had a show last night. The show didn't go very well. What happened? No, what show is it?
A heckler decided to punch me in the face.
Oh, so it went good. What's the show you're doing?
So it's for Skippy Sprinkles. He's putting together some shows now, and I think Skippy's a fan of mine, and I'm a fan of his. As far as I've always gotten along with him, and I think he does a good job of running a show and putting it together. So anyway, he has one in Kirkland, which is the one tonight at the Lime, and then he's got one just down the street from me in Algona, this little biker bar. But there wasn't a lot of bikers there as far as the times I've gone now when the show's going. It's just kind of a divey bar. It's cool. It's fun. It was a good time.
You did a show, what was it, last week with Tyler Smith and Skippy?
Yeah, that's right.
And that was that your first time doing stand-up in a long time?
It was actually, yeah. I hadn't been up before then. I did an open mic like probably another month and a half before that. So
And
yeah,
then
it's
before
very
that,
sporadic.
it was the guest spot, the infamous guest spot at the Underground with me.
Yeah.
Do you know about this?
I don't know if I
Barely.
did that or not because I don't remember it.
Barely. What was that?
I'm headlining the Comedy Underground in Seattle. Manny
He's banned.
What?
He's banned.
He should be after that set.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Manny Martin was featuring.
I thought I was.
Manny Martin was featuring. Phil came down, was hanging out, had been drinking. Oh, dude, let me do a guest spot. Yeah, let me do a guest spot, man. I'm like, Phil, don't fuck around. You know, I don't want to. You know, just don't fuck. No.
I know. I think I just came down, feeling all cool. Like, oh yeah, my boy Jay's headlining tonight. I'm good for some time. Let me just go down there. It doesn't matter. Well, I was a little worried that it wasn't going to go well because I was so fucked up. But at the same time, I was like, oh, I'm hilarious, dude. It doesn't matter if I can fucking thank or make a speech or a sentence or anything.
I think he answered.
I'm going to do
Did
great.
you answer your phone on stage?
Yeah, I thought, my phone went off and I was like, oh, this will be hilarious. Improv to the max. And it was just it was just literally me having a normal conversation, not trying to even get anything funny out of it. And it was terrible.
It was brutal. And your set
was
last
really
week,
bad.
how did that go? Your first one back. At a
What are
show.
you doing on stage?
Yeah.
So, it went well.
No,
I had a lot
sorry,
of fun.
Sorry. Who do you think you are going on stage?
Who do I think I am? What kind of question is that? Who do you think you are?
No, but seriously, what are you doing on stage?
And who do you think you think you are?
I think you are.
Who do you think you are? Ha, 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 ha. Little Spice Girls coming at you. Spicy. Put some seasoning on that. And you guys won't laugh. By the way, we're on Skype. I can see you guys fucking cracking up, but
Fuck.
you won't give me the benefit.
All right. So what are you doing on stage now? What's your opening joke now?
So I decided because I am from around the area, I know Algona
decided that,
pretty damn
or you
well,
are?
so I decided to do some local humor. Opened up with some local jokes. Talked about Tim's Cascade potato chips. I don't know if you're familiar with that brand of chip.
You know they're from Al Gore or that city?
Al Gore?
Or no, what's the city?
He invented the internet, not chips.
Oh, I see what he's doing.
But chips, you can actually watch chips on the internet streaming. So
What are you gonna watch a chip do? Fucking sit there?
arrest
like
someone.
paint dry?
Arrest someone.
It's been on since like 78, man.
Yeah, Eric Estrada. Now what, motherfucker?
Oh, I hate you.
But no, what's the name of the city that Tim's Cascade are from? Algora? or some-
Algona, which is where the show was.
Yeah,
in
Algona.
Algona.
Did you know that? Do you know the chips are from there?
Yeah, that's why I
should
talked
do a
about it,
joke about
Jason.
it.
Tim's
did.
Cascades would be a funny one.
Yeah, Tim's Cascades are from Algona. That's like
Is this
the only thing
what we're
come
gonna
out-
do for the next hour?
That's like the only thing that's good that's come out of
Is
Algona.
this what it's gonna be? It's gonna be Let's Gang Up on Phil.
Oh, come on, Bill. All right, so what's your
You want to
opening?
know what the joke was?
Well, yeah, what's your opening joke about? But I didn't know if you knew that Tim's Cascade chips were from Algona.
I don't know if a lot of people know that, Jay. That's why I was bringing it to their attention.
What's that?
I'm not gonna say it.
All right, go ahead. What's the opening joke?
No,
it sounds
okay.
like it's
So
gonna
anyway,
be great.
Algona's a very small town in Washington, and it's like a population of like fucking 1,000 people. I don't know. It's very small. So like nobody lives there. And we're at this bar, and I know I could be pretty sure about the fact that whoever's in that bar right now, nobody in this bar is even probably from the town we're in. Because you know how a lot of comics will be like, oh, what's up, Tukwila? And people will be like, oh, I'm from Tukwila. And so
you were
I was like, I'm not gonna say like, yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I know nobody is from fucking Algona. So I go, is anybody even here from fucking Algona? And nobody makes any noise. And I go, yeah, nobody's from fucking
Maybe
Algona.
they're Algona.
I'll use that one next week.
There you
Thank you for laughing at that, Phil.
So I go, nobody's from here. I go, the only two great things about Algona is this bar and Tim's Cascade potato chips. And
That's
I go,
good for the
yeah,
mic.
I don't know if you knew that, but if you flip the bag over and you look at the bottom, it says made in Algona, Washington. And I go, that's great and everything. But here's what gets me is I've lived in Washington for 30 years, and I have never met one person that has ever worked for Tim's Cascade potato chips. Like, where the fuck are these people? Who makes these fucking chips? Is just the fucking ghost of the chips is making these chips?
And then
But I do like the chips. I love the chips. They're good chips.
I hope you deliver it that exact same way.
Yeah, I gave it that big of a pause, too.
And there was the silence there, too?
No, they were laughing, you fucking assholes.
At what?
yeah, what part? Okay.
All right.
No, that was
Okay,
funny.
well, when you understand that,
No, I get it.
When I say that I've never met anybody that works for Tim's Cascade potato chips, for one, again, it's a local joke. So guess what? Everybody else in the room related with the fact that they've never met anybody else ever worked for this fucking company.
Okay,
no,
that's
I
fair.
swear to God, it's like a weird. It's just a weird observation, I think, because I've never met anybody that works for that company, and anybody that I know doesn't know anybody that's worked for that company.
Okay, here's your...
So the joke hits.
No, I get it, dude. That actually makes
from
sense. I get it.
What's your favorite Tim's Cascades flavor?
sour cream and onion. I know a lot of people are jalapeno, but I can put down a bag. I can put down a bag of sour cream and onion, baby. You know, I'll just shove those down the pie hole. You know, I can eat a.
What's your, Sean? I'm looking up to...
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you and the masses.
I think the sour
Fall
cream
in
and onion are
line.
good, but the end of the bag of sour cream and onion gets all powdery and like it's too much.
little
So
oil
the top
too.
half is
Yeah.
good.
I'm looking up all their flavors. I think...
I'll cut the bag open, dude, with scissors, and then I'll just start licking it, dude.
You'll go bottom up.
Just to get that fucking juicy out of there, dude. I just eat that shit out, dude.
Or
Oh, I think I remember. Dude, did you
I
guys
eat
ever
that
have...
shit like an aluminum pussy, you know what I'm saying? Dude.
Shit.
Because it's got all those little juicies at the bottom.
fuck.
Did you ever try the Coney Island flavor?
No.
I have,
oh,
yeah.
shit. There's another one that I did have that was actually, I think you got it. And I tried it. It was like a cheddar.
New York cheddar?
Yep.
Was that
Yeah.
it?
No, that was it. It's almost got like a sweet kind of.
I'm trying to look up...
They have a pretty Gouda one right now too. Oh, it's just Gouda. The flavor Gouda.
What... Is it good?
Pretty Gouda.
There it is. Dude, your face was transforming into a smile as you thought of that.
Because I love it. No, there's a really good one right now too though. You know how they have the Hawaiian style too.
Yeah.
They'll have like the Hawaiian style ones are pretty good.
Parmesan
and then
and garlic's
they
good.
have like there's like a hot
That's it.
Hawaiian style one. But then right
Parmesan
now
garlic?
they have a special like another special batch type one, and it's like basically all dressed. You know, have you ever had like those all dressed? Maybe by like Lay's or somebody where they kind of almost has like a ketchup.
I think you'd have to be
taste,
undressed to get
also,
Lay's.
Huh?
No, that's right.
Hey man, here's the better days and better later days and better Lays. Yeah, somebody said that to me once when they were leaving. It's always stuck with me. I like that. All right, dude. Hey, you know what? Later days and better Lays, man. I was like, dude, that guy's fucking badass.
You're an idiot. Oh, so you have show tonight. What time's your show tonight, by the way? You're not going.
It's in a while.
You're not going, are
No,
you?
he's not going.
We got this podcast, baby.
Why do you got a picture of Hitler behind you?
Also known as
Was that
Charlie
Hitler's
Chaplin.
wedding night?
Thank
Why
you.
is he all dressed up?
If you don't notice, there's a Star of David on his fucking left arm, so he's definitely not Hitler.
There's a Star of David on his left
He was
arm.
a Jew.
I don't care for him much.
Oh man.
Well, he doesn't care for you much.
Phil? Did you see the new Quentin Tarantino movie?
By the way, I'm only mean to Sean because Sean is such a good friend of the podcast. So yeah, fuck you, Sean. No, I love you.
Fuck you.
No, I did not see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
Then we can't talk about it.
Yeah, but we could talk about this though.
Yes.
The Boys.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit! Have you seen that yet, Phil?
Dude.
On Netflix? No, sorry, Amazon. It's on Amazon. It's called It's called The Boys.
Yeah,
right?
The Boys.
It's not that other new movie called The Good Boys.
No. It's the boy. It's like a superhero.
It's also
series.
it's not the thing you're in, the Proud Boys.
Right. No.
The what boys?
The Proud. Yeah, good one. You're supposed
Proud
to say
Boys?
that. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm proud.
I'll let Sean do this. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's called the Boys. I think it's an Amazon.
No, it is. It's 100%. It's The Boys.
Okay. On Amazon Prime, and there's like 9 episodes. But dude, so really the premise of it is, I guess, is that if the world's superheroes were real, but they were still in the movies, like right now how we see Iron Man or we see all these different, MCU whatever characters in these movies, that still exists. So the movies are made, all the marketing stuff still happens and all the toys and all that, but those actors aren't actors. They're actually just playing themselves in these movies, and then on top of that, they're becoming like savers of the
They're real
world.
superheroes.
Yeah.
So
like
almost
they're
kind of
real.
like a reverse Birdman.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically if we lived in a world where superheroes were real and how they would interact with the world. So, like, you have superheroes, like as an example, like because you haven't seen it, I'll use superheroes, like the Flash, the fast guy.
Right.
Imagine if that was a real superhero and he had like endorsement deals with Nike for shoes.
That's the important part,
Yeah.
And that the movie still
but
happen.
then I guess my other question would be, did it go so meta as far as like they actually were in movies too? Like
Yes.
So like they made the movies, but they really are
They're
these
playing
superheroes
themselves.
in real life though too.
Yes,
That's right,
and
yeah.
they're playing
Oh,
themselves.
that sounds pretty fucking cool. That's a great concept. Was the movie
Okay,
good?
but I'll just say it's one.
No. I want you to.
Yeah. But dude, here's the thing though, man. So like when you hear that, you're like, okay, that's cool. Like that's a really cool concept. The way they deliver it though, man. Okay, so like it was funny. Yesterday we started watching the series, and when the title goes through, and then like that vanity screen happens, and then there's the one that comes up that says like TVMA or whatever. Mm-hmm. This one says whatever there, and then it says like strong language, this and that, guns, violence, nudity, and something else. And so I was like, oh, cool, nudity, man. This will be dope. We'll see some tits. I don't think we've seen tits yet in this thing, man. It's been nothing but dicks, balls, and asses, bro. They take this to such another level. The way...
So how many times did you come?
Dude, I haven't yet. I'm holding it all back for the big ending. But, dude, it's crazy the way they put this together, though.
Yeah, and this doesn't spoil anything. There's a scene where they're like at a superheroes like bar hangout, so to speak, and it's scrolling through the different. I guess like it's scrolling through the bar and you're seeing all these different types of superhero. There's a guy that's obviously kind of like Plastic Man. He can stretch out. And then there's a guy that's like the Atom or Ant-Man.
Right.
It's a little dude, right? So this guy starts running on this table, and the camera's tracking him running on this table. He's running by drinks and all of this. All of a sudden, he jumps up, and there's a girl waiting on the couch, and he jumps into her pussy.
What the
You can hear it, dude.
And she just goes, oh.
It's crazy, man.
Dude, it's great. It's fucking great.
And the other cool
At least,
thing, too,
at least
is-
somebody can finally tell us where the fucking G-spot is, huh?
And what's really cool is that you can go, how people say these series start real slow and you got to get into them. So just watch 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, turn it off.
So was it a movie or a series?
It's a series, but I guarantee
Yeah.
that you're in it. It starts out right away, man.
Like, there's so many scenes where Sean and I just look at each other like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, man.
It's great.
Did you see the Umbrella Academy?
Yeah.
Yep.
on Netflix. So I kind of feel like they did a little bit of that because remember they were like popular in popular culture too. But I don't know if they never, it didn't seem like they did any kind of endorsement deals or movies or anything like that. But that one was okay. I liked it all right.
I'll say this so far, I think this one's better. I watched all of Umbrella Academy.
I want to check it out.
And I enjoyed Umbrella Academy. But
what was the origin of it? Was it a comic book or anything like that? Or
the origin
do you know the
of
backstory?
It was
it's not a word though, so I don't know how to.
The
respond.
origin?
Never heard it.
The origin story of the story? What do you want? Origin is a fucking word.
Origin? Is that the word you're looking for? You said origin.
No, I think I'm looking for a fucking cock bag because that's what you both are.
What, to keep all your cocks?
Yeah. I keep all my cocks in a bag. Yep. And
Well, you said cock bag.
yeah.
Shit,
okay.
dick.
I'm sorry. Coke bag. Or no, that's a thing too. I don't know. Whatever.
Say
Fuck
something
you
else
guys.
funny. Go ahead.
I think you should go into improv.
Improv?
You're good at it.
That's what you should have rolled in originally.
I did.
He didn't hear you fuck up originally.
I did. I rolled into it originally.
What were we talking about? No, there is
The
no
Boys.
origin. It's made up. It's another company that decided to make up this story. You'll get it, dude. You got to.
What are you talking about? So it was just a couple writers that came up with this whole thing.
Yeah,
it was
it's just
never
a- it's not
it was
a
never
thing.
a book or a comic book or anything like that. First, it was okay.
I don't think so.
made up.
It may. I don't know. I think it is made up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? No. It was. I thought it was going to be a fucking documentary, fucking nonfiction. What do you mean? Of course it's made up. I was just wondering if it was made up in another form.
Yeah. Well, of course it was made up. What do you think is a fucking documentary?
You're a documentary.
I wanted to talk about. I wrote down a couple things to hit on. One was about you coming back to stand up, which I'm very excited. We both were very happy about.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Did I tell you about Harvey's in Portland, the haunted down below thing?
You did. We
Okay.
talked about it last week, but you said we were going to kind of maybe look into it more.
So,
Dude, that's coming up, man. Actually,
Yeah.
it's like a couple months out. Right?
That's true.
It's August in a couple
yeah.
days.
So we can. I mean,
That's
we
true. And you know
basically-
how Halloween's in August.
Yeah. No, Dick. I said
Get him
couple,
shot.
No, let me say it.
Yeah.
I said, shit, that shit's coming up.
Yeah.
Couple
You said it's going to be
months.
August soon.
Hold on, dickhead. And then I said, couple months. And then I was like, yeah, tomorrow's August 1st. So do the math, asshole. 2 more months would be what? You fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, I like
Fuck
it.
you.
I like it. You're getting feisty back,
Shut
baby.
up.
Get it.
By the way, tomorrow's
Get
July
out.
31st, not August 1st.
Get after
Yeah,
it.
it's coming. Oh, dude. Don't start
Sorry,
to.
I had to
will
check though because I was like,
fucking lose
wait,
it.
isn't there 31 days? Sorry.
Wait, so is Halloween only in a couple months from now?
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, so what are we going to do? Are we going to go there? We should go there.
Okay, so
Yeah, we are.
How do we set this up?
we have the okay. So there's a couple things. Do we?
So we only have a couple more months before it happens, so we got to really
Yeah,
start.
August is next month. So we have a couple options. We can. You can probably just drive down from Seattle. We have to figure
Or if
out.
it was easier, you could probably just go fuck yourself.
I thought it'd be cooler to roller skate. So I'll probably have to leave in at least.
Then
I
go
might
fuck
have to leave
yourself?
3 months soon, so I'll probably be there late, just like today.
Or just don't show up at all. We're cool.
Okay, no worries.
All right, so we would have to. Me, you, and Kane would have to figure out. Do we drive up there? Fly up there?
Oh, shit. Yeah, because it's far.
So we could fly up there, and Phil could pick us up.
Yeah. Or we can get an Uber or rent a car.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah, you can take
I've
an
seen
Uber
that.
from
I watched
Seattle
that
to Portland.
Instagram
Yeah.
where he was driving you around.
where he's fucking looking at me while he's
Jesus.
doing 90.
And he thinks it's
Well, hey,
funny.
I got my interlock off, so I'm good now.
Did you hear
One
the
last
sentence?
thing- one
Did you hear
last
the
thing to
sentence you
distract
just said,
me.
man?
What?
Did you just hear the sentence? You know what I mean? Well, how's that make it better? Oh, no, but I got the interlock off. Cool.
Yeah, because they trust me again to get behind the wheel.
Oh man.
It's okay.
Is it?
It's okay. Nobody was hurt. I mean, a lady did go to the hospital, but Not for this.
Has that
for
story been
another
told
thing
why
I
he has
did last year.
interlock?
Yeah, have you told the story about why you have the interlock thing on there? Or do you want to?
Because I was doing one of my favorite hobbies.
Oh.
Drinking and
Dudes?
driving. No, that's not a hobby of mine, and I don't do it anymore. Thank God.
Dudes?
I've learned my lesson. Well, they have, they have 90. They have something to hold over your head. So if you get in the similar type of trouble within the next 2 years, they will put me away for 90 days. So
Is this your first one?
yeah.
Yeah, Washington's pretty hard with that. And it costs a lot, right? It's like 10 grand or something to deal with.
That's the claim. I think that's
Like
probably to
lawyers
scare you
and-
from drinking and driving. But I think I probably end up spending between $4,000 and $5,000. Oh, when you add everything together, it's probably between $4,000 and $5,000. That includes my lawyer, though. So the lawyer
but-
was actually more expensive than what my fines ended up being. But
What'd
they
you
would have been
blow?
more if it wasn't for the lawyer.
God damn it.
The lawyer?
Yeah. No, what was your alcohol level?
The lawyer? Did I
dicks.
say lawyer wrong? Is it liar?
No, I said, what'd you blow? Jay said, your lawyer. So then I
Oh.
changed the way I said it.
Okay.
So, what'd you blow?
3 dudes.
There it is.
Officer Chumley. It was a 0.1.
No, you know what it was.
It was 0.12. 0.12.
I mean, I guess that's all right.
It's almost double.
It's almost double, but
Yeah.
but not. It's 1.5.
Yeah.
So, but I also had plenty of time. I don't know I don't remember if we went into a lot of depth on this or not. I would just say that I did not do the sobriety test. They try to make you do the sobriety test, and I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you absolutely do not have to do the sobriety test.
No, but
and
you
most
automatically
lawyers will
lose
tell
your
you not to
license.
do it.
If you don't do the sobriety test though, if you say no, then you lose your license automatically for like whatever set time it is, right?
For 90 days.
90
yeah,
days,
that's right.
yeah.
Which is fine.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I mean,
But then they're gonna draw your
because if you
blood.
think about it, if
Can they draw your
you
blood?
know that you're actually drunk or been drinking and driving, and you say yes to the sobriety test, and they breathalyze you right then and there, you're going to lose your license anyways for 90 days, and what you're going to blow is probably going to be higher than what you're going to end up blowing after you go back to the station.
And isn't it a year you lose your license if you deny
If
the
it's
sobriety
over
test?
if it's over a 0.16,
Yeah.
then it's a year.
And they can draw your blood? Is that what you're saying, Sean?
Yeah.
They
back
can
and
draw
draw.
your blood, but a breathalyzer and or blood. So I think blood is that's going to be more for like if they pull you over and they suspect you to be fucking high on coke, meth, weed, something that they can't test through your breath. They're going to require a blood test.
Well, somehow they got your numbers, and if you blew at some point, right?
Well, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. If you refuse everything, you're going to get You're going to get in a lot of trouble.
You blew. You just didn't do the test.
I blew, yeah, but I didn't blow until after several hours later after I was back at the station.
Oh,
'Cause
so it also wore off.
they took me in and they impounded my car. But I tried to negotiate with the
Is car? Wait. Is car what you call your asshole? They pounded your car.
yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I remember it now, Jay. I remember
that
I
just
was
screeched
telling
the
this to
whole
I know I was
conversation.
telling this to Manny. We didn't actually talk about it on the podcast.
Yes. Go
So
ahead.
that's what it was. So I tried to negotiate with the cop when I first got pulled over, because he was like, "Oh, you were swerving back there, and hey, your eyes look really bloodshot. And have you been drinking?" And I was like, "No, I haven't been drinking." And he was like, "Well, it really, you're slurring your speech and all this kind of stuff." And I'm like, "I don't tell you, I haven't been drinking." And he's like, "Well, I'm, why don't you step outside the vehicle and we can, have more of a conversation and talk about stuff." I was like, "Why do I need to get out of the car? I'm not getting out of the car." And he's like, "Well, we just do a little test, and if you're fine to drive, then I'll let you go." And I'm like, "Well, I don't want to get out of the car." And at this point, I knew that it was going to be for DUI. And then I go, "Listen, dude," listen, I live like 5 minutes away. I go, if you say I'm speeding, I probably was. can you just give me the speeding ticket and you can even just follow me home if you want? Like, give me the speeding ticket. I'll take the speeding ticket. Follow me home and just let me just go to bed, dude, please. And he was like, yeah, so you're going to refuse the sobriety test? And I was like, yeah. He goes, all right, then I need to arrest you. Get out of the car. And I'm impounding the vehicle. And I was like, fuck. Okay.
Oh.
So you realize that whole negotiation thing you did was like, that wasn't going to work. Like, he's heard that every single time. Or did you think he should follow you? Like, why?
You got to try, man. You got to try. Who knows?
Oh, okay.
You look at it like you're fucked either way, so why not throw it out there?
No.
Absolutely. I probably would have sucked Chumley's dick if...
Oh, Sean's got
Wait a minute,
it.
though. So, but here's the thing, man. Would you not agree that when you just told that story, I watched your face and I listened to your tone, and what you were saying right there, the way you're saying it, you were almost like... and then I said, why can't you just follow me? I'm 5 minutes up the street. Just follow me home. Like, you feel like he should have given you that opportunity, right?
Absolutely.
It's almost like, dude, you're a human. Why? I don't understand. Like, I'm 5 minutes away. Why doesn't he just, instead now I have this whole Dewey thing to deal with. Why didn't he just follow me home?
Well, if I said, oh, I only live 45 minutes away from home, why don't you follow that? That would be unreasonable.
Yeah, but you're talking 5 minutes. That's simple.
Yeah, but you're baiting me into something right now, and I don't like it.
Yeah, you should have realized that the second I asked the question. Why is it that you think anything you just said is reasonable? I see this on, you see this on TV on that live PD.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, I'm just 5 seconds up the street. And here, my friend is saying it to me right now. I don't understand that you actually think that way.
I guess like Jay said, you're fucked if you do, fucked if you don't.
No,
might as well just throw shit. Might as well throw shit at the wall, see if it sticks.
No, that's not it at all. You really thought you deserved that. You didn't do it because you thought you were fucked anyway. But anyway, all right.
Obviously, if I can get away with something, then I'm gonna try. Why not? Like, listen. Seriously, if he would have told me that he would have let me go if I sucked his dick. If you think about the money that I just paid to this whole thing, that blowjob would be worth $4,000.
I didn't get any of that.
Yeah.
Start that over.
Start that all over
I
again.
didn't hear that.
Okay. Let me just phrase it one more time for you.
Okay.
So basically,
you ready?
Somebody would have given me $4,000 to blow them. I would blow a guy easily for $4,000.
Okay. So we've talked about the whole topic there. We'll fucking put a period on that. Now we're going to switch over to the $4,000 challenge. What are you talking about?
And how much money do you have, Sean?
You just said you would blow
$4,000.
a dude for $4,000.
Wouldn't think twice.
What?
Hold on. What? What? You heard? I said
Why?
400, like 4 and then 3 zeros.
Wait. Okay.
It ain't
40.
a fucking $40 blowjob. I'm getting $4,000. Yeah.
Wait. To completion in your mouth.
$4,000.
I don't know about. I'll do it until he comes, but I'm taking my mouth off. He ain't gonna come in my mouth.
Okay, so all the way. So basically the whole.
Okay. Wait.
All right.
So what's the dollar amount to completion and consumption?
Oh,
Ew, and swallowing
those
it
are
too?
two different things.
Yeah, both of those.
Yeah, so we got $4,000 as a base model.
Yeah, $4,000 to get him off and then finish with a handy.
Double or nothing?
$8,000.
No, it's double or more.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, probably between 8 and 10,000.
Okay.
So 10,000, you would blow a guy.
$10,000.
You would blow a guy until he comes and in your mouth, and then you.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of in putting a dollar amount on it.
No, because usually I don't think so either. I think the difference is here is that usually when that question's posed, it's usually around, dude. All right, so I got $10 million, right? You just walked out with $4,000.
Yeah, but you know how fucked I am right now with where I'm at with in my financial life, because I can't take any of the money I'm making at work and actually put it towards any good or saving or interest bearing accounts, because all of it has to go to be paying off all this bullshit. So is it not only $4,000 as a lump sum, but it's actually ruining my day-to-day life, month-to-month life right now, because I have to constantly put part of that check towards fucking these bills
Yeah,
that I
but
would have never had if I would have
think-
just sucked the dude's dick and got let go that night.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I
think
mean?
of-
So when you look at it in that kind of perspective, it would have saved me a lot of aggravation.
But think of how much money you're going to have to spend on a public relations firm to just scrub the internet of the fact that you sucked a guy's dick for $4,000.
Hey, I might not have to scrub it at all. If it's publicity's publicity, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God.
Wow, that's crazy, man. Yeah.
Good
Be
to
like,
know.
yo, this guy sucked an officer's dick for $4,000 to get out of a DUI. That's headline right there, baby. That's
Yeah,
TMZ.
it is a headline.
Yep.
Well, I guess we know the entertainment for the Ghost podcast.
Damn.
Anyway, so
I wanted to talk about Brad Garrett's this last week.
Oh yeah.
So this whole week I was at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club. It was my first time working the club.
And for the folks at home that don't know where that might be,
Yes.
that's in Las Vegas, Nevada, on the strip there at the MGM Grand.
wait, Sin City?
Yeah, where you can
Wait, Sin City.
where you can suck a guy's
Sin
dick for $1,000.
City? I love it.
Yeah, I know you do.
You got to pay a lot for a blowjob there too.
How much?
Too much.
Nice. All right. That's good.
So this is my first time working that club. Awesome. The staff, the club, everything. It's just a class act. And then it was also my first time working with Brad Garrett. He was there all week. And he, I think comics know whenever Brad's name is mentioned, all comics that have worked with him always speak so highly of him. So I went in there like, oh, this guy's supposed to be great. And as great as I had in my head that he was going to be, he was that much. He's unbelievable. He's just such a great dude, and he gets it. He gets comics. He gets like how the club should be run, everything. And then Sean and his parents came to the show. Was it Saturday?
Yeah.
Saturday. You
Yeah,
got
Saturday.
to meet him, hang out.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Nice.
The club's amazing. He was really cool. Even like he took pictures with my folks. He actually, and this is the thing Jay and I talked about after too, is like when he was talking to my dad, he was like clowning him for not wearing sleeves on his shirt. But like when he's talking to him, he's fully engaged in that person he's talking to. So my dad feels like they had that thing, and he talks to the mom.
Sure.
Even, talking to everybody was super cool. So it was it was a really cool experience, man. And that club,
Yeah.
good God, dude, it's, Vegas is like a really cool place if you want to like build the dream out, like what that dream thing would be that if you blue skied it. And you can just see that they were given this blank canvas, and they were like, okay, so now what is the perfect comedy club? And that's what they built. Like production level, ceiling sizes, the room, the way it spreads.
The art.
Everything's red. It's got all those things. It's not Vegas either. It's very like, it's not a dirty club, but it's a dark
Kinda swanky.
basement club.
It's just classy. It's
Like a speakeasy, I think of. Yeah, it's just
and it has the Rat Pack vibe.
Yeah, it does.
That old Dean Martin roast vibe, and which I think he wanted that. I mean, I was telling him how much I appreciate his style of comedy and stand up, and I was telling him it reminded me of Don Rickles and the Dean Martin roasts, and he seemed to appreciate that, and he was saying Don Rickles was like an idol of his, and it's you can see it. It's just awesome. It was
Because he went up on the show too, right? I saw the poster. It looked like his name was on it.
He hosted it.
So, okay. So does he pretty much host every weekend then?
If he's in town, from my understanding, yeah, he will host it.
That's really cool.
I was supposed to host, but because there'll be times where they don't know if he's going to be in town, and it's a last second thing that he's in town, and then when that occurs, then whoever was listed as the headliner, instead of their picture being posted, Brad's picture goes up as being in town because it'll sell out with Brad being there.
Right.
And then I was supposed to host, but since Brad was there, he hosts, and then I go into the guest spot position.
Well, what's also cool is just the fact that, he could just keep his name on the club, right? And then never be there and just be like, it's Brad Garrett's Comedy Club, and that's what's supposed to draw in names. I remember, wasn't it, I don't even know if the club's still open, but John Lovitz or whatever had a comedy club.
Yeah,
did he ever even really go up at the shows, or was it just, oh, it's John Lovett's comedy club, this is going to bring people here, and then never show up at the actual club to do comedy or
Right.
greet the people like you guys were saying. He took the time to, he doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to talk to, you know, being nice to the comics is one thing, but to actually take some time to actually make an impression on the people that are patronizing the place too, like that really says a lot about him.
Yeah, and I told Sean, like Sean was saying like how he interacted with Sean and Sean's parents, and I'm like, that's every person that comes through here. Like he's looking you in the eyes, he's square to you, and he is engaged. Like you said, it's in that conversation, it's all about you. He's getting to know you, and you know, and he's a great dude. It was great.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's always nice.
I do have another question though, because you said it's a comedy club on the Strip, and so here's like where I guess I would be confused with like the type of people that are there, because when I think of people that are, you know, going to Vegas, there are people that go to shows. So for one, let's take those people into account. The shows that I would imagine they go to are, you know, the Penn and Teller or Cirque du Soleil or some shit. This is more of a kind of it sounds like low key but nice, classy place, but not necessarily these huge famous names. It's not Carrot Top or anything like that. So is it a people that are from the Vegas area that are filling up this room? Is it actual tourists that and if it is tourists, are they actually soberish? They're not just fucking hammered from partying in Vegas and then heckling the whole time, you know? Like who's making up this fucking Brad Garrett's Comedy Club crowd?
So a couple things. One, I would say he is on the level recognition wise of, like you were saying, Carrot Top. You know, I'm not saying the same style of comedy, but I mean, you know, he was on Everybody Loves Raymond for so long, and people still remember that show. And so people love him, you know. And so there was a guy.
Too bad he doesn't do as much prop comedy though, but that's fine.
Who?
As Carrot Top. He was
Brad Garrett.
Yeah.
Why would he do prop comedy?
Brad Garrett Top.
He's laughing so hard he fell back from the mic. There he is.
You're proud of that.
I love that. Was a good one. Got him. Zing.
Big brother. I'll tell you this as an example. There was a guy, Barry, that came there 3 nights in a row. It was his 55th birthday. He saw Brad was there, and I think he flew in. He was from out of town, and that's how he wanted to celebrate his 55th birthday. He came 3 nights in a row. Came in the back. Brad talked to him, and he sent me an email. So he looked me up, found my email, and emailed me to thank me. So shout out to Barry.
Cool.
I'm sure he won't ever hear this, but very nice dude. And he came to 3 shows. Do you have a lot of? There was I don't know. Would you say it's an older crowd overall?
Yeah.
But the thing is, what's great is Brad, when he opens the show, he opens it up. Like he's hitting on racial jokes. He's hitting on dirty stuff. I mean, it's great because when he opens it up, it opens it up for comics. So like going there, I was like, do I have to wear a suit when I host? Does it got to be clean, this and that? And they were all like laughing at me about that. You know, it's just, I mean, Brad's a comic, so he's like, just do what you do. And there was a set that I didn't like my set. I told him, I think it was the Thursday night show. And I don't think I liked the night that you were there. I don't think I liked that set, but I was saying, he was asking me, how are they? And I was like, I felt like it was like 50% into my set before they came on board. And I was talking to him about it. And he goes, don't overthink it. He goes, you did great. Don't overthink it. I'm like, all right, cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I do feel that.
I was going to say, also sorry to interrupt you, but that was one thing Cindy, the manager, was saying. She's like, you know, doing that guest spot is a hard spot because Brad goes up and he's doing all crowd work and crushing. And then he finishes his crowd work. He's somebody they all love and know. And then here comes up the guest spot, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's...
Oh, wait, so Brad's off stage now? Oh,
yeah.
who's this guy?
Yeah, and he's just destroyed, you know?
Yeah, that's cool.
God, he had, did he do his black friend Dick Dial joke?
No.
Oh my God, dude. He did this joke, and the line is just, he was talking about, and he plays it up. He's like, yeah, my black friend, Deshaun or something like that. He tells me, like, yo, Brad, you shouldn't do these black jokes. He does
he did that.
And then he was saying, but he said that, he goes, my buddy, the other day, he called me. I called him back. I was like, hey, did you butt dial me? And he goes, no, I dick dialed you. He's like, you dick dialed me? He's like, yeah, the phone's in my front pocket. He's like, you dick dialed me? And he goes, yeah. And I don't know how he gets there, but the final line, he goes, yeah, it's a flip phone. So his dick unflipped it and dialed. Ah, fuck. It was when he said that line, I was like, oh, it's great. But you were saying something. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
So I was just going to say, I guess I do fail to realize that. I just heard the number. I can't remember it, but they were like, Vegas gets like fucking 10 million, 20 million people visiting it every year or something like that. Like, it's millions upon millions. So I guess, yeah, there are probably definitely a lot of people that think, they have that on their itinerary when they're going,
so,
like.
You have to think, too, that the club is the destination, and it doesn't matter. So and what I mean is, like, so when you're out in the MGM, you're within the MGM or outside of it, all you see everywhere you go is LCD screens of like 4 different events happening at that property, and one of them that's constantly flipping through there is that Brad Garrett one, and then there's a headliner feature and a guest spot, and then he's doing the hosting. Yet, like Jay was saying, but just to be clear, dude, he doesn't put any of their names at all on any of those pieces. Right. It's just Brad, and so then you're like, oh fuck. I am of the age group that watched CBS Network, Everyone Loves Raymond, and if there's that group, and then the younger group right below it, he was on that other show for 5 to 7 years, whatever it was called. There was another show he did, another sitcom.
Well, he was just on this other show called I'm Dying Up Here on Showtime last
he's in that.
couple years.
And then like Happily Ever After or Happily something.
It's not another sitcom, but that Showtime show was drama, serious, but it was about stand-ups. It was produced, I think, by Jim Carrey, but it was it got canceled after the last season. Huh?
So it was a sitcom. And so
okay.
And he was also Herman Munster.
Oh, that's right. And he did it too.
Yeah, somebody asked for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he was Herman Munster.
Or however he does it.
I can.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. But yeah. Oh, and then also on the show was Greg Morton from AGT. Very nice guy, sweetheart, and then Jason Collins, who's fucking great. That I've known Jason, and so it was an awesome weekend for me because I'm getting to work with Brad, who it's his club. He gets to see me. Greg Morton is the nicest dude you could ever meet, and he's blowing up right now with AGT. Great dude. And then Jason Collins, who's a buddy, and we're just talking shit to each other the whole weekend. So it was like a perfect storm of like everything falling into place for a great weekend for me, to be able to be there.
I love it. That's cool. I'm glad that you had a really good time there. It sounded, when we talked last week, you were looking forward to it, and it sounded really, really cool, and it sounds like it lived up to your expectations and your hype, and maybe even surpassed them. So that's always fun.
Yes, it was great. And
we actually said something positive to each other. Whoa.
Who?
And now it's ruined.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we know why we don't ever do that. I want to do my Worthless of the Week right now. Sean heard some of it. Frontier Airlines.
It's not time yet.
Why? What? You got something else?
Yeah.
What? Go ahead.
It's time for a new segment, Jay.
Oh, shit. Oh. Phil's fucking taking over.
We got this new segment. Here it is. Here's the intro.
Oh, wait. I know what this is. I know what it is.
Yeah. Here's the intro for the new segment.
All right.
You've got mail. All right.
Is this all the dudes that you want to fuck?
No, because they don't have enough money.
MALE?
So, Jay, we got our first email.
Okay. Phil set up an email account, and he's been
I don't want to
monitoring
say this was our first. Keep them coming, by the way. We're reading every email that we get.
Hold on, Phil.
And
Phil.
Quick question while you're looking through there. What's the email address that one would write to?
Oh, if you'd like to email the show, please send just write us anything on your mind at all, and we will talk about it here on the show. You can talk about...
what is the email address, man?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Sean. So if you want to email us, you can email us at hwppod@gmail.com. That's hwppod.com.
Thanks, man.
And you can email us anything you'd like. That has to do with love and relationships, fucking how much you hate us, what you want to see us do on the show, what you hate about the show, what you love about the show. Which brings us to an email that we received by Kevin.
Oh,
Thank
Kevin
you,
is
Kevin.
a ski addict.
Appreciate it.
Is it Kevin is a ski addict?
Yeah. So, yes, at Kev is
A ski
addict. I don't know how to fucking say that.
Kev is a ski, as in skiing.
Oh,
addict.
okay, yeah. I thought he was just an addict, and I was like, it takes one to know one, huh?
Jesus.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm
What was
sorry.
a great segment.
Ski addict. Okay,
All right,
yes.
so that's been that segment.
Ski addict. Well, that could mean he likes cocaine or something. Anyway, all right. So, Kev is a ski addict. Thank you, Kev, for sending in your last email to the show. Okay, so it says, I'm going to read it word for word, and then Jay
really,
hasn't
though?
heard this yet, so you can give me your thoughts, Jay, after the email.
Great.
So, thank you, Kevin. Here it is. Hey, Jay and Phil. Got the band back together, albeit through Skype. Original HWP intro is back, and that still slays me, but really like keeping the newer outro. I think that's the one where you and Kane
It's
shit
me
on
and
everybody.
Sean. It's
Oh,
me
that
and
was Sean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where you guys shit on everybody for never sending in any.
Yeah, no, I was
reviews.
high. Yeah,
I remember that.
I keep that as the
And
outro.
then, love the absolute conversation stopping pseudo joke / comments, which I think we've done a lot of that in this episode. Keep the segment bit about a bit. So they like that. Interesting to hear how ideas and jokes are developed. And then this side note, too bad Patreon setup didn't work out, but Kane seems to be getting too busy with Kelsey's purse holding schedule and whatever. Hee. Have a good day, lads. So at the end of the email, I like how he just takes a big shot at Kane.
Yeah. Oh, hilarious.
But yeah, so thanks, Kev. Appreciate that, and keep everybody keep sending in more emails, and we'll go over an email as we get them and pick one out to do every week.
Kev is a. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
I was gonna say Kev is probably he may be him and Joseph Muldoon. Maybe I don't even know. Joseph may not even listen anymore. Haven't seen or heard much from Joey for a while, but Kev may be the oldest HWP fan listener from get go. Might
Well,
be.
I remember we had a Joe Nee that used to
Oh yeah, from Boston.
be a fan and listen. Yeah, I don't know if he gives a shit about us anymore or not, but if he still does, it'd be cool to hear from Joe.
What was Bit About a Bit? Do you remember that segment?
Yeah, I came up with an intro theme for that too.
Well, hold on before we move forward though. What's the outro? We just ended this last one on the email bit. What's the outro?
Yeah. So the outro is you just got mailed.
There it is. Right. Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
Yeah, so then I think we kind of did Bit About a Bit earlier, to be honest, when you asked me about what joke I did at the show. I'd like to think that was kind of us doing the Bit About a Bit.
I mean, it wasn't
but
really
if we wanted to,
bit, but,
so
yeah.
you know what? I would say listen next week, and we'll actually formally introduce it, and then that way you can hear the hot new theme for the Bit About a Bit next
What's the
week.
theme? What is it? You can't do it right now?
Yeah, do the theme.
It's called a tease, you motherfucker.
Oh, got it. Okay,
You're gonna, wait,
you're
whoa.
right. Details.
Whoa.
You're right. No,
you're going to just take that.
I am.
You're going to take
Right.
that disrespect.
No, because he's right though, and so it's
Okay.
not. If he's right, he's right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Look at Phil.
Good job, man.
All right, so now we can move on to
you.
our. We'll What else I need to do to wrangle this show in? No, yeah. So anyway, Jay, I just wanted to do the mail, and because that was exciting, and I'm glad you emailed that in. Any thoughts on that? Anybody? Any thoughts on the email that was sent to us?
I thought he was on point.
Yeah.
That was great. I think it was all good things.
I think everything you wrote was exactly
I'm glad
right.
that you are happy that we're doing it again, and that I'm here, and
I didn't hear that
okay.
part.
So anyways, yeah, you want to do Worthless?
So now are we on to the Worthless of the Week?
Yeah, let's say it together. That will be our intro for that. Ready?
I like your songs though. Do you want to maybe you can premiere it next week? Or
I thought maybe we could just do it together and just go Worthless of the Week, but like say it together, you know?
Okay, go ahead.
Ready? It's time for Worthless of the Week. Jay, you didn't do it with me. It's not funny.
I like it like that. That's perfect. All right. I want to dub that and do it every time. Worthless of the Week, Jay.
God.
My Worthless of the Week, and Sean was here for the it happening. Frontier Airlines. I fucking am. First of all, you have to pay for everything. You have to pay for your bags that you're checking. You have to pay for your carry-on bag. You have to pay for the oxygen you're going to breathe on the fucking thing. So I know I'm taking a bag. I'm going to Wisconsin Skyline Comedy Club this weekend. Excuse me. Shout out to Skyline in Appleton, Wisconsin. And I know I'm bringing a bag out of merch. So I went online to pay for my bag, which is $35 if you check in ahead of time. I'm on the website. Won't let me put in my name, so it won't let me do it. So then I called the 800 number. 15 minutes I'm on it. And do you want to say what you heard?
Oh, I don't even remember.
Well, the lady goes, oh, yeah, okay, go ahead and refresh it. Try now. I try it.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. I try it. It doesn't work. I go, so I say to her, I go, okay, cool. Well, it's not working on the website. I called you. Can you just do it on your end? And her response was,
oh, yeah, we can do it on our end. Okay, and I can get it for the discounted price too? Nuh-uh. Okay, no, that's what I want. I want the price. So why can't? Yeah, dude, I couldn't last 3 seconds on that.
It's like $35 if you do it online, and if you call in to do it, it's $45, I believe. And I'm trying to explain to her, I'm only calling in to do it because I can't fucking do it online.
Yeah, that's worthless.
Great, Phil. What's your?
That's
worthless?
frustrating. I will say. Along those lines, I got a fucking email notification when I was supposed to, catch my flight, and the email told me that the flight was delayed by 30 minutes. And so I thought, okay, well, if it's delayed by 30 minutes, that I was still leaving enough time to get to the place in time, but now I'm going to leave 30 minutes later than I planned because I got an email saying, hey, your flight's late. So then I go 30 minutes later, get to the airport, and when I get to the airport, I look on the screen, and the fucking screen says, on time. So now I only had, 15 or 20 minutes to actually, and we're talking the time of the flight to leave, not when they close the doors.
Right.
So I show up to the thing, and I'm telling the lady at the counter, yo, tell them to fucking hold on. You know, you guys this is your mistake. You sent an email saying you were going to be late, and now you're not late. Where was my email saying, oh, it's back on time?
Yeah.
So anyway, I missed that flight.
Oh, you did?
That was I ended up staying in that airport for 11 hours until I could get on another flight.
Did they give
because
you
the next plane that came in 4 hours later had a scratch on the outside near the door, and they weren't sure, they needed to be sure that it wasn't just cosmetic. They needed to have a mechanic come look at it. And the amount of time it was taking for the mechanic to come and look at it, they were like, we'll just wait for another plane to arrive, and you can guys will take that plane instead. So it ended up being an 11-hour layover. But they bought us some pizza, So
The
they
story.
got pizzas and they served us pizza because that 11 hours of your time is
Worth a pizza.
made up by giving you some hot pie.
The flight you missed, did they give you anything? Did you show, hey, here's the email you sent me?
Yeah, and she literally looked at me and goes, "I don't know why you're taking your time showing me that. You should be trying to get to the plane."
I'm saying after you already missed it, did you
Yeah,
then go
no,
back
I did
and say,
that
I
too,
want
and
a
they
credit?
go, "Yeah, no, we're sorry. We'll try to get you on the next one."
No credit.
Nope.
Which airline?
It was Delta, I believe, which was normally
really?
I always have good experiences
Fuck
with
Delta.
Delta.
Yeah, man.
Southwest, I love Southwest, as many people.
Yeah, I was just talking with Gabe this last weekend. He was headlining the show, and he was saying nothing but good things about Southwest.
I love him.
'Cause he says he flies them a lot, and he was like, Southwest is amazing. I've never flown Southwest my entire life.
That's it. You know what? I'm going to give Southwest, I'm going to give a worthless and a worthy. That's my worthy is Southwest. I fucking love Southwest.
You just said Gabe like everybody knows who Gabe is. Who's
Gabriel
Gabe?
Rutledge?
I'm sorry, Gabe
Dinger?
Gabe Rutledge. I almost forgot myself. Gabriel Rutledge, a very funny comic who did a great job. It was I thought I didn't do as good this last weekend when I was there, and then when Gabe went up, he was, it was a struggle to get the audience.
You were just gonna say awful.
No, I was just gonna say he was. I didn't want to say struggling. He knows what he's doing,
Not
but
cool, dude.
it was work. He had to actually work to corral him up,
Wow.
and
Whoa, dude.
and I kept a positive vibe almost the whole time through my set, but towards the end when it got kind of quiet, and I knew there was supposed to be like, an always reliable laugh at one point, and there was like nothing. I did get a little in my head and was like, well, this is going great. And I was like, I shouldn't have said that, but
So, Sean,
it was
do
hard
you-
not to.
Do you have a worthless, Sean?
Yeah, I do, but so this has been going on for a while, but I was reminded again recently. God, that's an ugly face. Yeah. The worthless of the week for me is Lunchables,
Okay.
and this is why. And I know you're gonna say, yeah, it's been going on
That's
forever.
a hot
but dude,
take right there, Sean. I can't believe you're going to go against Lunchables,
Yeah,
dude.
because not having the mustard pack in there anymore, or whatever kind of spice
Yeah.
it came with,
That's
and not
right.
having that mint in there.
Oh, they got rid of both of those?
Yeah, well, they have all these different things.
Which
you can
Lunchable
get.
are you getting? This sounds like a fucking the grown-up Lunchable or something.
No,
What?
dude, it's
Mustard?
regular Lunchables.
That was the original.
It's when they switched from a rectangle package to a square package.
Yeah, they cut
Everything
down shit out.
changed. Yeah, and so I don't know. Maybe they think that we all have mustard packets. There's some reason that they think that's cool, but I still would say that the worthless of the
Because there was like an
week is
Andes
that.
mint or something like that,
Yeah.
right? Was that what was in the big rectangle one?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
And it also, the
Yeah.
mustard packet was like, you would break it open, right?
Yeah,
like,
you just like squeeze
yeah.
it. It was just the right amount. It was
Huh.
always enough.
I like.
They don't
I like
have
your
those. They don't
worthless
offer
Louis.
the big rectangle thing anymore.
Well, I don't buy Lunchables anymore because of that, and I forgot I got one, and I was like, and so I didn't eat it because it's still sitting in the fridge because you don't eat dry crackers and cheese. Who does that? It's a savage move.
Well, with the piece of meat, it got a little more moisture
Barely,
there.
but dude, you've got to have that opposite. So you have the meat, you have the cheese and the cracker, right? But you haven't finished. It's like making a salad, but not putting the dressing on at the end. You didn't really complete the job.
I will say the most LA thing I ever saw when I was in LA once was I went to a preview movie or whatever, when you get those free tickets to go see the movie before it comes out, sneak peek, and this chick was sitting in the aisle in front of me, and people get popcorn and shit like that to eat at a movie.
Kale
She
chips.
had a bag of like fucking kale.
Ugh.
And she was literally putting her hand into the bag of kale like it was fucking popcorn and just eating the leaves of lettuce as it was a fucking snack.
So let me tell you this though, man. You're telling us that story right now. So the real end goal that she was going for, she nailed successfully. I want somebody here in this place to see me eating kale instead of popcorn, and you did.
100%.
Yep.
But still, to do that to yourself just for the looks,
LA's funny.
that's disgusting. Like you said, with no dressing or anything,
Yeah, come on.
just bare fucking lettuce leaves.
Gross.
It's
She
fucking
didn't
rabbit.
like it either, man.
And I think that's a great worthless, a fucking good
That
one.
sucks.
So I'll say my worthy, Jay, because you do worthless. I normally do worthy. I say the worthy for me this week will be to the correctional officers that are staying on watch to make sure Jeffrey Epstein doesn't kill himself. Because fuck that guy, you know.
Okay,
he wants to fucking end it. He wants to end it, dude, so he doesn't have to go through all the bullshit he's going to have to go through and be accountable for all the bullshit he had to do. And so he's on suicide watch. So the motherfuckers that are watching him to make sure he doesn't kill himself, dude, good on them. Good on them. They're my worthies. And they're unsung heroes. Nobody's even going to know their names.
I like that a lot.
I like your worthy. That's a great worthy.
Yep.
All right, you want to do the Worthless of the Week outro music song?
Yeah, if you're ready, Jay, here we go. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Worthless of the week. Thanks for doing it again, Jay. Appreciate that.
Love it.
All right, what do you got to plug? What do you want to plug? This comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, so I will. I'll be back in Algona at the Royal Bear this Friday with Jason Stewart headlining, and you'll see Phil Fox in the lineup. Come check it out.
Sean, you want to plug in?
Yep, I will be at the Diamond Casino this weekend from 6 to 9 in beautiful San Andreas. Come
What are
find
you
me.
doing there?
I'll be playing the casino games.
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto, man.
Wait, now I'm confused. Are you really going to be at a casino? Oh, the new GTA, is that the game that's coming out?
You got to play it. Yeah, the Diamond Casino.
I just saw the
opened.
commercial for it last night.
Check it out. It's dope.
It looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's fun, man.
So are you going to be able to?
Oh, well, dude, you know what's
today's day and
sweet?
age that we're in, though? I'm just asking: are you going to be able to like interact with other human beings inside the casino and shit like that?
Dude, you know what's sick is I'll be at Skyline Comedy Club in Appleton, Wisconsin this weekend.
Oh, awesome! Appleton. At what comedy club?
Skyline.
That's great, Jay. People should go out and see that.
Thanks.
Right after they get done playing the casino on GTA.
All right, you ready?
Ready for what? Bye. Thank you, and good night.
If a person fucking listens to this till the end,
Yeah.
you deserve a prize. Your prize is to go to iTunes and rate or review this podcast. Give it 5 stars, you motherfuckers. Fucking say something nice. Oh, you fucks. I'm dying right now. You motherfuckers. I've been doing this fucking piece of shit for 5 years. I'm averaging about 2 fucking reviews a year. Go fucking write some, you motherfuckers. Oh, fuck.
That is the realest I've ever heard you.
God.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?